Hello again, this is Lacey and I just wanted to make a quick video on how to use the Start Calculator application of the GeoGebra Web 2.0 I chose. So first I want to make sure this is just the home page that I went through on my previous video. So first I wanted to make sure everyone is logged in. So create an account, follow the steps on my wiki page and make sure you're signed in, and then we'll just press Start Calculator. So what that does is it opens a new tab in our browser here, and it is the Calculator Suite tab. So as you can see on this purple banner, we have 3 different applications in this tab. We have a Calculator tab, a Tools tab, and a Table tab. So first, the Calculator tab, if you press where the plus sign is, we have 4 different options here. The first option is where it says 1, 2, 3, and that is just your basic math tab. So if you want to type in just a basic math operation, let's say 64 divided by 3, it'll do that work for you, so you can use it as a basic calculator or a graphing calculator, which is how I use it mostly. So let's say I wanted to graph the line 2x plus 5, it graphs that line for us as well. So any, like I said, basic math operation we can type in here. The next tab, f of x, that stands for function. So it has a little bit more in-depth functions such as the trigonometry functions, logarithmic functions, exponential functions, and radical functions, as well as some mathematical symbols on the right here that are used a lot in calculus. So that is what the function tab does. Next, ABC, as you could imagine, that is where we can type in a basic text with our keyboard given here. Or at the bottom left here, we are also able to access the Greek alphabet, which is used a lot in statistics and in trigonometry, so it can be really useful in those type of classes, even for calculus. All right, and the last tab here is just a symbols tab. So it gives pretty much any other math symbol you could need when you're trying to solve a problem. So let's go back to this 1, 2, 3 tab, and I'll show you just an example of a polynomial and how to use some of the different tools with it. So I went back to this calculator tab. I'm going to press the plus sign, which allows me to insert a function. So I'm going to type in the polynomial 2x to the third power. So notice here I used the exponent button and my cursor is still in the exponent, so I use the over arrow to get out of the exponent. So that's 2x to the third power plus 3x squared minus 4x. So that gives us just a basic polynomial, like I said, a cubic function. Now notice it's kind of cut off on my screen, so we can use one finger to drag and see different parts of the graph. And one feature that I thought was pretty cool that most people don't know about is you can expand or condense the function by pinching the axis. So I put my fingers on the x-axis and I'm just expanding the function that way. And I can do the same thing with the y-axis. Again, use 2 fingers and pinch the axis, either expand or condense. So a pretty cool feature that not many people know about. So now for this, this function, we're going to go to the tool, make sure the function is still there. You can see it on the graph. Go to the Tools tab. So from here, like I said, there's a bunch of different things you can use here. This is just some of the basic tools. But if you come down here, you'll see more to do with geometry, construction, lines, circles. We can press more, and it gives even more in-depth options. Again, a lot of geometry options with polygons, with circles, even conic sections, which are more Algebra 2. Transformations, like I said, a lot of different cool options here. but I'm going to be using just the basic tools since this is just a polynomial that I made up here. So first I'm going to find the roots. So we click on the roots option and we press the polynomial on the graph. So when we go back to the tool or the calculator option, it shows the roots are the x-intercepts of this function. So point A, notice a point came up and it is labeled A. It gives us the coordinates of that point. B and C, again, those are all roots of the function. So let's go back to the tool here. Let's also find the extremum of this polynomial. So again, I press extremum and I click on the polynomial, and again 2 new points D and E pop up. Those must be the extremum of the graph. So again, we can go back to this calculator tab here, and it shows the values or the coordinates of those 2 points. So again, a great feature to have, and it allows kids to see the different coordinates of these points. So next we're going to do the table option. So we're going to come back up here to my polynomial, and I'm going to press these 3 dots in the right hand corner. And the first options are, or the first option is a table of values. So it allows us to determine what values I want. The automatic option it gives is -2 to 2, and the step is 1, which means it'll give every value between -2 and 2. So you can adjust that as you want, but I'm going to keep it there for now. And then it gives us a table of functions. So the point when x is -2, the function is at 4, and you can just read the table that way. So that comes in handy if you're having to transfer this graph onto a piece of graph paper by hand. It allows you to know specific points to plot and aid with graphing. All right, so that's, like I said, just an overview of how to use this calculator suite. I will show you one more thing. If you click these 3 lines in the left-hand corner, it's again the main menu option, and if you're logged in, it gives us a lot of different options here. So make sure you're logged in and you will have these options. We can clear everything. We can open a different activity if you have that saved. We can save this activity if we really like it and want to share it with our class. We can press the share option, which gives us a link to post elsewhere, which I will be doing with this video. We can just export the image itself. We can download, we can print, and so on. So again, a great application of this tool, and I hope this was useful for you.